Hey guys, what's up? How ya doing? I'm here to talk to you guys about the new episode of My Hero Academia Vigilantes on episode 2. This episode right here looks pretty great for the time being, whatever it is to come. It looks like to me we're about to enjoy some illegal activity. So if anything else, let's just get this started right away. So we get to see Knuckle Duster is facing off against Eraserhead, and of course, Eraserhead decides to stop fighting him after realizing that he has no quirk and tells him to be careful and then he'll be on his way. As for Popstar and Koichi, they end up having to follow the businessman who actually has a trigger of a quirk and made him go on a rampage. Because of that, we get to see that Koichi and Pop tries to stop the guys rampaging, but Popstar or Pop ends up getting into the hands of the villain who used a trigger on himself that looks like the tuxedo businessman and almost got herself killed. Koichi comes in to save her, and later Koichi almost died but managed to save himself for a bit and land in a pile of garbage. Eraserhead shows up, stops the villain, knocks him out, ties him up, and then ends up having a small talk with Knuckle Duster, telling him to be careful. But Knuckle Duster's like, well, we could do things that some of you guys can't, so don't let it bother you too much. So we get to see Pop, Knuckle Duster, and Koichi meet up for a bit and is doing some crazy stuff about what to do and how to handle it. Of course, freaking Koichi's doing something ridiculous as usual and tries to stop the fighting between the two, and Knuckle Duster decides to beat up like two middle school brats, but Pop Star shows up and manages to stop the fight. We get to see that Knuckle Duster, Pop Star, and Koichi, who calls himself the Crawler, meets a trigger villain, and they manage to subdue him. Well, Knuckle Duster and Koichi, that is. By that time, Knuckle Duster knocks him out pretty badly, beats him up, and then manages to stop him. So, looks like to me they're about to go into more investigation, and the ending of the episode shows Detective Sukauchi telling them about talking about these trigger quirks whatsoever, and talks to his partner telling him that he doesn't matter if these guys are doing things by their own kind of justice. It's still illegal to take the law into one's own hands. Is still a crime, and so forth. So, preview of next episode looks like to me we're gonna still have some illegal work, obviously, but it looks like things are about to get more hectic from here on out and more chaos to go around. Next episode is called B, so depending on how this goes or not, it looks like it could be a little deadly or could cause a lot more chaos. So overall, if I were to explain it without a lot of detail, which will be much easier, Knuckle Duster, Pop, and Koichi find themselves with having to stop these trigger drug substances or quirk-related drugs to like not cause a lot of trouble, and they found themselves with the businessman, which Knuckle Duster's instinct was on point, but was stopped by Eraserhead. By that time, the guy in the business suit ends up using the trigger on himself, causing a lot of trouble, and ends up getting stopped by Eraserhead after Koichi and Pop almost got themselves killed. And as for Knuckle Duster, he's pretty much like doing his own thing. And of course, when it came to the second half of the episode after the first half, Koichi tries to stop a fight between two middle school students. Knuckle Duster shows up, tries to stop them too by beating them up. They find another trigger quirk user and ends up having to cause some chaos. Knuckle Duster and Koichi, who calls himself the Crawler, ends up managing to subdue the guy, and then the cops will later on take care of it, and then we get to see Sukauchi at the end of the episode. So yeah, whatever these trigger things are, it's gonna be possibly the main point of the arc, I believe, and looks like it's far from over. So until then, I'll see you guys later. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-ta-da!